and welcome to Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cesta Cyclones and the Wall Warriors. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of Live Jai-Alai here in the Magic City as we continue on with our Fall 23 season of Battle Court. I am Andrew Bleckman, joined, as always, by Stu Nyman. How you doing today, Stu?
Andrew, I am well. Looking forward to a fantastic day with the Wall Warriors and the Cesta Cyclones.
And we got this Wall Warriors team, a couple of games back of the rest. Let's pull up those standings here so you can see exactly what we're talking about with all 5 teams at this point in our season. See the Warriors down there at the bottom, but you see that rightmost column.
Yes.
Important.
77.5 points.
Yeah, they got
available.
They got 2 game days to catch up to the top 4 teams. So even though they're a little bit behind the rest, they still have a couple of extra matches compared to those top 4 teams.
And you said earlier we're about halfway through the season?
Yeah, about halfway here. And you see the Cyclones holding on at the moment to that final playoff spot. We're going to get started with, Stu, second-ranked singles matchup here. 2 veterans on this roster always play some exciting matches here. It's going to be Manny, the captain for the Cesta Cyclones, and Nicholas for the Wall Warriors. Take a look at these 2 players in this season of Battle Court, Stu. Manny, 1-3 overall. Far cry from where he started off his last season, where he was one of the top guys in this second-ranked group. Nicholas, his opponent, 2-1. One of those wins came against Benny, who had to substitute for Iturbide. We're ready to go with our opening match, Stu. Opening match of 6 between the Cyclones and Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our first match of the day with the Cesta Cyclones and the Wall Warriors. Cesta Cyclones in white, Wall Warriors in black. Manny serves. We begin. Catch by Manny. Manny from the forehand. Here's Nicholas from the 10 line. Ball tip. First point of this match and of the day goes to Nicholas, the Wall Warriors in the black shirt. He serves.
Well, Manny was playing some of his best singles last season. He was so aggressive. When he got the opportunity to throw shots, he wasn't wasting them, whether the right side or the left side. He was quick to fire, so see if he goes back to that here against Nicholas. And a rare miss to start off for Manny in the backcourt. See if he can settle back in.
There's the backhand by Manny to the inside. Rabote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. There's Manny from the 9 line to the inside. Backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown. Rabote, the rebound again off the back wall. This one clips. Ball tipped by Manny. That is 2 points for Nicholas and the serve. A reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points will win the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And the contact with the sidewall, key right there. Just a little kick up as it crossed, forcing that missed ball by Manny.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand, 7 line. There's the backhand by Manny. Rabote coming out. Rabote forehand by Nicholas. Rabote forehand by Nicholas again. This one careened off the overhead screen, which is out of play. Manny is on the board for the Cesta Cyclones with the point and the serve. Rabote forehand. Here's a catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 9 line. Scoop
Great
by Manny. There's the backhand. Beautiful catch by Manny. Nice 2-all opening and scoring. That was beautifully executed. We're all tied up at 2 points apiece. Manny serves for the Cyclones.
Oh, what a difficult combination right there. Tough catch on the numbers. And with Nicholas pretty close to the sidewall as well, he decided to shoot it. That opened up nicely to score. That's kind of what we saw from Manny last season. So if we can get back to that, I mean, you throw those left side 2-walls like that, you're going to score a bunch of points on this court.
Beautiful serve by Manny deep into the corner. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Manny with the carom. Nicholas stops it. Powerful forehand.
Be a tough one.
Robote save by Manny to the inside. Here's Nicholas from the 9 line. Backhand to the inside. Manny's there. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Manny on the catch. He faked the carom, puts it back inside. Nicholas moves into place and saves the Robote beautifully. Powerful throw. Nicholas reads the Robote well. To the inside he goes. What a scoop by Manny. There's the backhand caught by Nicholas. Nicholas will take it in the air. Fakes the 2-all inside.
Right
it
on
goes
the wall.
to score. That's a point for Nicholas of the Wall Warriors. He has 3 points and the serve.
And when you're throwing that costado back to the inside, you want to put it as close to the sidewall as possible. Riding it the entire way down the court right there. That is perfectly done. A little kick off the sidewall. Manny may have a chance to make that one-handed catch, but you're going to see right here how close it is the entire way. I mean, that is right on the numbers. Just out of reach for him. Perfectly done.
There's the backhand by Manny to the inside. Robote. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Robote forehand by Manny. Nicholas from the 9 line on the right side. Scoop by Manny. Backhand by Manny, lower and harder to the inside. Robote forehand by Nicholas. 2-all.
Ooh,
that hit the pad,
low.
and the pad is bad. 4 points for Nicholas of the Wall Warriors. In the black shirt, he served.
Looked pretty good out of the cestas today. We reacted the same way, just a little bit low, catching the pad on the way down. Any part of that pad is bad. But mixing it up, throwing some shots off the Robote as well. Your opponents tend to move up towards the inside when you're playing that Robote. Manny trying to counter with a nice 2-wall. If he goes back to that, just got to keep it a little bit higher. That's going to score.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Backhand by Manny to the inside. Powerfully thrown.
Tough
Nicholas
save.
makes a great save on the Robote. Here's Manny winding up. 2-all. To score. 3 points for Manny, and he has the serve. Once again, a reminder of the scoring in battle court. Player or team first to reach 6 points wins the set. First player or team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Manny really throws that 2-wall quickly. Doesn't give his opponent any time to read or react to it. Just shoots it. That one opening up nicely. Nicholas not close.
Here's the catch by Nicholas. Hard throw to the inside. Manny looking for the Robote. He makes the save.
Oh.
That's not going to clear the overhead screen. 5 points for Nicholas. Possible set point.
Yeah, Nicholas has yet to really break out a 2-wall. I mean, just that one inside placement. Outside of that, it's been pretty much his defensive game that's led him to this 5-3 scoreline here. A couple points to work with to close out the set.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Robote forehand passes. Catch by Nicholas. He winds up. Inside he goes. Manny's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Hard throw. Drops low. Robote. Big bounce. Brought in by Nicholas. 2-all is out.
That's out, yeah.
4 points for Manny. He has the serve for the Cyclones.
Chance there for Nicholas to close out the set, just pushed it wide. You know, he hasn't gone to the 2-wall yet, which led me to believe he doesn't have full confidence in it, but throws it there, kicks it wide, keeps Manny in this set.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas to the inside. Rebote, left side. Catch by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Rebote saved by Manny. Nicholas on the backhand. Manny, forehand over the top. Catch by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Manny's there.
Oh,
ball tip, point, and set for Nicholas of the Wall Warriors, winning the first set 6-4. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, take a 2-minute break, come back out and play our second set. Expected to go that way, or were you expecting something different?
I think, no, at least for Manny, we saw that aggression that I think he needs.
Early on,
and he needs to take these.
Then it faded.
And Nicholas, I mean, his game is primarily defensive. I mean, not many shots. I mean, the one Costado 2-all he did throw, it's a little bit wide of the court. So, you know, both of these guys are backcourters, like to extend the rally. I mean, some of the best defensive players we have on the roster, and I think might expect some longer points here as we get into set number 2.
Here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players go back there during the breaks in between sets and to get ready for their upcoming matches. Manny there consulting with Carballo there, in black from head to toe, and Ikeda in the jacket. Manny, one of the veterans of the roster, signed his first professional contract back in 2001. Has been playing 22 years professionally here in the United States. Another 5 years professionally in Mexico before that.
Look at that catch. I mean, takes it off the wall, lines it up, and then the 2-wall, wasting no time, shoots that one to score.
Yeah, he was definitely setting the pace for the first game.
Yeah, then right after that went with the carom, and then we didn't see any other shots the rest of that set from Manny here.
Yeah, Nicholas really just seemed to find his game. Look at that. I mean, you want to talk about keep the ball close to the side wall.
It's like an inch
closer
off
to the
the
side
wall.
wall, the better.
Let's see if here, and again, Manny goes for the 2-wall.
Beautifully executed.
Nicholas hasn't been particularly close to some of these. Again, if you don't execute it all too well, you're going to have to deal with a low, hard forehand coming right back at you. So,
Ball tipped.
and that one dropped a little bit lower off the side wall than Manny expected. A little bit of a late start. Just couldn't get there in the air. Ready to go here with our second set, though. Manny will be serving to Nicholas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next set. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Nicholas has taken the first set. Manny has the serve in the second set for the Cesta Cyclones. Here's the serve for Manny. We begin. Backhand by Nicholas. Manny's there. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Manny. Nicholas forehand from the 9 line. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Catches the overhead screen. Manny of the Cesta Cyclones will be on the board first here in the second set. He serves.
Boy, just trying to get that forehand rebote to pass, kicking up in that overhead screen. That's what Manny needs, gets that first point to settle himself down. Trying to push this match to a third and decisive set.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown. Rebotes, that rebound off the back wall. Played on the forehand of Manny. Scoop by Nicholas. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Nicholas. Nicholas from the right side. Backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Placement of the ball to the inside, picked off by Nicholas. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote by Manny. Nicholas takes the ball on the bounce. Hard throw to the inside. The ball's dropping and scoring. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Nicholas serves.
Manny's got a great rebote, one of the best on the roster, and sometimes just a little too confident in it there. Had a chance to take it in the air, elected to choose and play the rebote, and that ball dropped straight down off the back wall. Could have continued the rally with that front way catch. And not as worried as what he's going to do with the ball on the rebote compared to when he catches it in the air.
There's the backhand by Manny. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Big right side by Nicholas. Rebote comes out, 2-all by Manny. Red end stop by Nicholas. Nicholas on the carom that drops in and scores. 2 points for Nicholas of the Wall Warriors in the black shirt. He serves.
2-all doesn't open up. You have to be ready for that low hard forehand. Typically, Nicholas switched it up, goes for the soft touch on the carom, just out of the reach of Manny. Well done. Good job to switch it up right there. Takes a 2-1 lead.
Good catch by Manny off a good serve by Nicholas. Rebote forehand. Manny's there. Manny over the top. Lower and hard to the inside. Good pickup by Nicholas. Here's the backhand by Manny.
Well, beautiful rebote there.
Rebote forehand by Manny. Nicholas makes the catch. Manny's there. Backhand to the inside. 2-all by Manny. Caught the pad, and the pad is bad. 3 points for Nicholas. Nicholas serves.
And Nicholas seems content with just letting these rallies go as long as humanly possible. I mean, moving so well defensively. Great stomp on the 2-all little earlier. He's just reading Manny so well. Now opened up a 3-1 lead in this second set.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Rebote to the inside. Manny on the forehand. Backhand by Nicholas. Rebote coming in. Forehand by Manny. Nicholas makes the catch midcourt. Manny's going for the rebote. That's a tough save. Ball's in play, kind of floating there at the 8 line. Caught by Nicholas. Scoop by Manny. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand right up the middle. Two-all.
Oh, not
gonna
open
Stop by
up.
Manny. Manny with that long 3-wall play. Nicholas reads the rebote perfectly. Puts it up the middle. Manny's there. Returns the carom.
Oh, just
That's going to be out. 4 points for Nicholas of the Wall Warriors in the black shirt. He serves.
Yeah, not really Manny's game here. Trying to catch him going the other direction. Shooting the carom that close to the inside. More of a, kind of looked like a deceptive play, a trick play, whatever you want to call it, but just pushed that one pretty well wide of the court.
There's the backhand by Manny. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Caught in the air by Manny. Manny from the right side. Big bounce. Brought down by Nicholas at the 9 line. Rebote save. Nicholas takes it on the bounce. Powerful throw. This one caught by Manny. Carom by Manny. Stopped by Nicholas.
What a catch there.
Backhand by Manny. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Manny makes the catch. Carom by Manny. Stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand. Will score 5 points for Nicholas. Possible set point.
It's tough to get the ball by him today, Stu. I mean, getting to everything on the outside, making those catches along the inside. Range is some of the best we've seen this season. And offense, really have to shoot anything. And in this matchup with Manny, outlasting him seemed to be a good recipe for success. You're 6-4 in the opening set. Now taking 5 of 6 points here in set number 2. Look at this carom. Just there before it's into that netting. Offhand, out of the way. Drops it back inside. And a couple to work with here to close out the match.
Beautiful serve by Nicholas. Here's the backhand by Nicholas from the 9 line. Catch by Manny, backhand. Scoop
What a
by
scoop.
Manny.
On the wall, tough save.
Here's a catch by Nicholas, backhand to the inside. Rebote left side. Here's a catch by Nicholas. Nicholas forehand to the inside.
Ooh, caught it
Manny's there, backhand. Nicholas reads Manny, makes the catch. Low and hard to the inside. Manny's there, backhand from the 9 line. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote. Left side, it's a 2-all. Opens wide
what
and
a
scores.
shot.
That was beautifully executed by Manny to score. Still a possible match point here for Nicholas with 5 points. Manny has the serve.
Yeah, really, it's a do-or-die play from that deep in the backcourt. Puts it into the sidewall first, and just not going to be able to play 4 points of that length here, so just got to start to shoot something, see if it gets by Nicholas. That time got him napping just a bit, beats him to the outside to score. 5-2, still going here.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas.
That just does clear, wow.
Nicholas from the 11 line, backhand to the inside. Rebote 2-all. Nicholas reads this one, stops it on the forehand. Big right side, going to pass to the inside. Rebote
he's got it.
saved by Manny. Nicholas from the 11 line, backhand. Beautiful scoop by Manny. There's the backhand. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, play to the inside by Nicholas. Manny now on the rebote, that's just missed. Point, set, and match to Nicholas, winning in straight sets, 6-4, 6-2 for the Wall Warriors.
Nicholas gets the Wall Warriors on the board in this game day. First point of the day, 6-4, 6-2, straight sets. Coming up next, it'll be a 5th-ranked doubles match. You see the team for the Cyclones right there. Ikeda in the front, Bono in the back, against Joseph and Julian. And with that 1 point, you see it now reflected up in our season-long standings there. Warriors eclipsing the 20-point mark. And have to keep in mind the fact that the Warriors are 2 game days behind the other 4 teams coming into today. They have a chance to make up some ground. Nicholas got him started there with that first point. Who better than one of their few remaining undefeated doubles teams here, Joseph and Julian, one of 2 teams that are undefeated for these Wall Warriors coming out next. We will be hearing from our winner, Nicholas. 3-1 to begin his singles season now, halfway done with the season. Well, probably some of the most solid we've seen Nicholas play in singles. Let's hear from him in his own words, how he felt that match went.
Yes, congratulations on that win. You seem out of breath and exhausted. How are you feeling?
Thank you. Pues bien, contento de ganar un partido muy difícil contra Manuel. Pues sabía que iba a ser muy complicado, pero he hecho un buen partido, estoy muy contento.
It was a great match. It did look like you guys were giving each other a very good competition. So it was a fun match to watch, and it was exciting to see you, get that first win for the day. Congratulations. We'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Yeah, thank you. Pues me queda un partido luego. Voy a dar todo lo que puedo.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And we thank Nicholas. Up next, quickly introduce our two doubles teams for the Cyclones, Ikeda and Bueno, record of 1-3. Their opponents, Joseph and Julian, undefeated, Stu, with a record of 3-0. Ikeda and Bueno will have the serve. Cyclones have the serve to begin all matches today. We'll begin our second right now. There's the serve. Our second match is underway. Backhand to the inside. Here's Ikeda. Cuts it off. Big backhand. Just does clear the overhead screen. Joseph looking for the rebote. Plays a 2-wall. Ikeda stops it in the air. Ikeda for the soft
touch.
cortada. Two bounces ruled perfectly thrown by Ikeda. It's the Cyclones on the board with the first point.
I'm not going to say that I talk about that shot regularly and ask why more of it isn't thrown, but I do, because it scores. Just put it above the pad, put it towards the side wall without much on it.
And particularly in this matchup, it seems that whoever's played against Joseph and Julian, they just throw the ball back to Julian deep in the backcourt, so that's a good counter there. Rebote missed by Ikeda. That ties it up 1-1. So I think in this matchup in particular, that shot might be wide open all match long. Joseph defending the 2-wall. Julian has got the inside from the
When the guy in the front court has it on the right side and he takes a peek, he could potentially throw a carom. The opposing front quarter's got to go out. Back quarter has the whole inside of the court.
Ikeda picks the serve. The carom stopped by Joseph. Joseph from the outside. That's a big 3-wall play opening up. Bueno lines it up. He digs it out. Ikeda from the 8 line shoots it back to the inside. Ikeda runs under it. Backhand 2-wall. Scores. Second point for Ikeda and Bueno.
Ikeda doing a job of moving his opponents around. Now, this is not the same Ikeda that we've seen playing before. Ikeda tends to not throw many shots and like to volley, but that's one of the weaknesses in his game. Not today.
Here's Bueno at the 11 line, backhand, dropping low. Julian gets up there. Low runner again. Ikeda with a good catch up at the 9 line. Big backhand. Julian stays up in the front court looking for the rebote. The sidearm carom stopped by Joseph. Joseph whips the costado. Right back to Ikeda. Ikeda the sidearm carom again. That one not controlled. 3-1 lead for Ikeda and Bueno.
In that case, have to agree with Ikeda's shot selection. Basically, Joseph made 2 solid plays back to back. Try him on a third,
Got to play the percentages,
Absolutely.
And with Julian, he's caught like 95, the unofficial stat, 95% of the balls when he's played with Joseph. So just giving Joseph a chance up there, get him involved a little bit more, seems to be a good strategy.
Absolutely.
Rebote dug out by Julian deep in the backcourt. Ikeda on the bounce. He's going to pass with it again. Julian out there at the 7. Rebote to the outside.
No one's there. Beautiful.
Perfectly thrown by Julian. It's a second point. Warriors serve.
So far, the shot selection by both teams has been spot on.
Yep.
Julian there, outside placement. Look, no white shirt was within 5 feet of that ball.
No.
That's beautiful.
And one of, Ikeda does like to try to cut balls off on the inside, so Julian aware of that. Look at Ikeda. His
Straight
first
to the outside,
step.
he's looking right out there. There is no one.
Julian hasn't even thrown the ball, and he's already on his inside, already inside of him. Outside placement attempt. Joseph went for it. Ball missed. It's going to be a 4th point now for Ikeda and Bueno.
This is probably the most aggressive that I've seen Ikeda play. Good to see.
And also when points are adding up, likes to pick up the pace too, not wasting any time on these serves. Here's Bueno, nice catch on the inside, hard backhand. Julian from the right side at the 11 line, puts it right up the middle.
Ikeda on the forehand at the 10 line, taking it on the bounce. That's kind of far back.
There's Julian, forehand, back to the inside. Bueno with a tip ball. Brings it to 4-3, Warriors serve. Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Good serve lanes between the 4 and 7 line. Ikeda cuts it off. Backhand delivered inside. Julin out there early. Calls him off on the rebote. Puts it inside. Here's Bueno now. From the 9 line over the top. Julin with a good catch in the air. Bueno from the left side. There's a backhand. Comes right to the forehand of Julin now. Julin sidearm play. Back inside. Ikeda's there. Forehand rebote to the outside again. Ikeda lines it up. Ikeda makes a save. It's a 2-all. It
Really
might
well
split
played.
him. Julin on the
Catch.
bounce. Somehow got in there. Bueno,
Great
nice
catch
scoop
by
deep
Bueno.
in the backcourt. Lifts it inside again. Julin, good range. Caught it in the air on the inside. Hard backhand is missed. 4-4 is the score. Joseph and Julin serve. That serve floating. Bueno got up there, picked it up at the 8 line, drops it to
Great
the
throw by
inside.
Bueno.
Julin has the rebote. Pushed it up the middle. Ikeda, sidearm forehand to the inside. Julin looking for it. He makes a save. Here's Ikeda up at the 6 line. Big backhand again. Julin trying to get out there, returns it low and hard. Bueno makes the pickup.
A lot of strategy in this game.
It's a 2-all. Ikeda backs up, caught it in the air. The sidearm, Karam. Julin calls him off. He's there on the outside. Low, hard forehand. Bueno's there to scoop it up. Forehand to Bote, right over Ikeda's head. Ikeda at the 8 line, makes the catch. Backhand, little kick off the sidewall. Takes Julin to the outside. Bote save with a big bounce. Bueno, first step forward, comes back for it, and that catch was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Bueno. That gives Joseph and Julin a 5-4 advantage. They have a possible set point.
So when the ball comes into the cesta, it cannot lose contact with the surface of the cesta. Can't bounce around in the basket once the catch is made.
Rebote left side behind Julin. Here's Ikeda. Karam. Joseph
catch by
scooped it up.
Joseph.
The big forehand clears Bueno. Ikeda only play. He's got the rebote. That's going to open up. Julin now diving save. Keeps the rally going.
That's a tough one.
Bueno,
got
good control up high on the left side. Backhand. Caught by Julin. Julin up at the 10 line. Low and hard. Bueno's there. Into the corner. Rebote again inside. Here's Ikeda. Backhand 2-all. Joseph
What a
caught
catch
it
by
in the air.
Joseph.
He whips it up the middle. Ikeda pulled the cesta out of the way. Bueno on the bounce. Forehand, back up the middle. Julin runs under it. Julin low and hard. Bueno is
catch
there.
by
Keeps it
Bueno.
going again. Julin up high on the forehand. Drops it inside. Softer touch. Here's Bueno all alone. Back at the 13. Julin up at the 9 line. Puts it up the middle. Ikeda scooped it up. Ikeda up at the 7 line. Inside again. 3-wall play. Julin makes the save. Opens up, little kick off the sidewall. Ikeda just going to keep it inside. Julin went for the
Tipped.
scoop. Ball is tipped.
5-5.
We are at 5-5. This is set point.
Julin was eager to tell Juice to go outside, call him off, but did move into position to either take it in the air or make the scoop. Beautiful
Perfectly
catch.
placed serve. Better catch there by Julin. Bueno at the 13 line. Lifts it up. Julin on the right side. Steps in there at the 11 line. The long Karam. Ikeda stops it. Ikeda the sidearm. Karam. Joseph all alone. He makes the play. Joseph high hard return. 3 walls. Ikeda perfectly
Oh,
positioned.
look at that to get the big bounce.
Big bounce. Julin controls it. Julin at the 7 line. Back inside. Comes to the forehand of Bueno now. Bueno back up the middle. Julin steps in again. Julin lower and harder this time. Bueno on the left side. What a catch.
In play.
Julin scooped it up. Splitter. Ikeda's there. Ikeda the forehand low and hard. Julin keeps the rally going now. Ikeda aggressive call. Rebote turned high off the front wall.
Tough one.
Julin runs under it again. Forehand comes out to the right
Beautiful
side of
catch
Bueno.
by Bueno.
Julian stays up at the 8 line, cuts another one off. Lower and harder now. Bueno trying to run around it. 3rd time in a row, he makes the play. Julian, the rebote outside is outside the court. Point and set. Cyclones. Ikeda and Bueno take it 6-5, 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2.
I can't imagine any loss of any set or match is easy for any of the players, but a 6-5 loss is just, you went the max distance that it could possibly go. Kudos to Joseph up there in the front, just making some really, really, really good catches consistently. I think he only had 1 or 2 misses.
I think just 2 up there.
I think it was just 2.
And really not a great set for the Warriors, and somehow brought it to 5-5 and had a chance to close it out. Still, they're up 5-4.
Absolutely. And you pointed out off, I think, it was off the headset that Julian's weapon is that right side. And if you're playing against him, you want to keep it away from the right side.
Absolutely.
Keep it, obviously Julian's the stronger of the 2 players. Obviously frustrated here in the ESPN 3 players cage between sets. But here we go, Ikeda. A good example of Ikeda's eye off of the ball after he makes the catch. He was looking exactly where he wanted to throw it. And that light touch to start things off really set the stage.
Just couldn't get up there in time.
I think Ikeda may have thrown more shots in this set than he has all season.
Here's the problem. Once Joseph makes that first catch on the outside, you don't want to handle those hard forehands coming back at you consistently. So
we often
kind of went away from it.
That Joseph may be one of the weaker players. However, when he gets a hold of it, watch out.
Yeah, you don't want to be standing in the backcourt or up in the front court when you're returning those. And you see Julian here, another good catch. Back to the inside, and then that was at 5-5.
Escapes. I don't know that he was trying to place it outside or just try to get it up to the front wall, one or the other, though. Just escape.
Interesting stat for Joseph and Julian. 2 of the 3 wins they've had this season, they actually dropped the opening set. The other one, they won it in straight sets. So, again, not a bad sign for that team who is comfortable playing a set down. They've proven that so far here in the Fall 23 season.
And there are the Cesta Cyclones in the back of the ESPN 3 players cage. See Bueno and Ikeda. Zero minutes on the clock, 0 seconds on the clock. Time to play our second set.
Flip over to Ikeda and Bueno. This team has not won a match that has gone 3 sets this season. Their first 2 they played both went to a 3rd set after winning the first, so something's got to give right here. Joseph and Julian come back. Ikeda and Bueno hold on for a straight set victory. Joseph and Julian will be serving here to begin set number 2. There's the serve. Our second set is underway. Bueno with a big backhand out of the reach of Julian. Joseph, rebote, beautifully thrown back to Bueno all the way at the 12 line. Julian, forehand back to the inside. Ikeda calls him off. That's a tough rebote. Turned high off the front wall. Julian aggressively moving up on it. The Costado 2-wall stopped on the outside. Julian, hard forehand, hops over his cesta and scores. Ikeda and Bueno first up on the board in our second set.
Ikeda is locked in as I've seen him. His focus has been tremendous all of this match, making really good catches, not making any mistakes, and his shots have been spot on.
Backhand 2-wall. Ikeda backed up, caught it in the air. The sidearm carom. Both players overran it. Julian comes back for it. The 2-wall from Julian is stopped by Ikeda. Carambola came across his body to score.
Wow. Did you see Ikeda get there? That was a nice 2-wall by. That was a beautiful Costado 2-wall thrown by Julian. Quick, too.
I don't think Julian thought he was going to get there either, or Joseph. What a play and what a point.
Really got there. Beautiful.
Backhand to the inside. Bueno sets down to the way. Ikeda makes a save. Julian on the bounce. Good scoop. Hard backhand inside. Here's Bueno backing up. Julian just going to keep it inside. Here's Bueno going up for it at the 13. Inside placement again. Julian calls him off. Sidearm forehand. That's going to be a 3-wall play. Ikeda back inside with it. Julian on the forehand. Bueno puts it up the middle. Julian hit there in plenty of time. Low hard forehand just above
Beautiful
the pad.
catch.
Ikeda's back there to scoop it up.
Wow.
Backhand right into the corner and passing. Julian lays it up, clearing the overhead screen. Here's Bueno up at the 10 line. That backhand. Julian on the hop, brings it in. Ikeda coming cross court, keeps it on the forehand, delivers it inside again for Julian. Julian the backhand, caught by Bueno. This one kicking up and out. Julian on the rebote, hooked the return into the pad. The pad is bad. 3 points for Ikeda and Bueno.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever seen Ikeda this focused.
No, he looks locked in.
Ever. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I will say I've never seen him this focused and this concentrating to this degree.
I mean, the expectations for this team were pretty high. They struggled to begin, and I think you're seeing some inspired play now, trying to motivate them a little bit more. That serve is an ace.
Don't see many of those. That stayed inside beautifully, huh?
Yeah, Julian going for it on the rebote. You can actually let the serve pass you as long as he gets there before that second bounce. Would have continued, but it's good awareness, just a tough play to make. Julian handles that serve. There's a backhand to the inside. Rebote, forehand, Ikeda. Right to the forehand of Julian. Julian back inside with it. Ikeda coming cross court. There's a backhand 2-wall. Joseph steps in to cut it off. The backhand is tipped.
Tipped by Ikeda. Ikeda jumping while trying to catch the ball. Not a good combination. You got a back quarterback here. Bueno's been making some good catches. I understand if you're in the moment and in the rhythm, but that hop.
One thing we've seen also with Ikeda, gets a little anxious to end matches. He was up 5-0 against Spinner and lost it, so it just got to stay in it here. Don't want to play outside her game. Ikeda takes a serve. Here's a forehand. That's going to open up and score for the 5th point. Possible set and a possible match point for Ikeda and Bueno. Backhand to the inside. Here's Ikeda. Hard return. Coming up the middle. Julian out there. Rebote comes into the pad. Point, set, and match. Ikeda and Bueno take it in straight sets, 6-5, 6-1.
So we have Ikeda and Bueno taking it in straight sets to put the Cesta Cyclones up on the board. So you see the total game day scores there, brought to you by DraftKings. Cesta Cyclones now with 31 points there in the dead center of your screen. A reminder that Wall Warriors there with 20 points, still 2 full game days back. Tremendous play by all 4 players. Joseph did a good job, just not able to pull it out. But we will be hearing now from the winners of that match, Cesta Cyclones, Ikeda and Bueno, in just a moment, as soon as they get situated there. Got about a minute to go before we begin our next match.
Hey guys, congratulations on that win. How are you feeling?
Happy to keep adding points.
Feeling good.
It looked like you were really trying to set the pace of that match. You were in the first set going a little wild, really giving them a run for their money. Was that a purposeful strategy?
You know what? I think it was more of the strategy. It was we wanted to win, and that's. I don't know if we put a pace or not, but we were trying our best up there, and I don't know if that's my side. I don't know what you think.
I think this guy played lights out, man. He played really well tonight, man, and that helped us out big time, man. I got his back. Every time we walk out there, the game plan is, hey, I got your back, bro. You do you. And he did really well.
I think we do a good team, and we just have to keep working out, and those teammates, I guess.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Points on the board for the Cyclones, baby. Let's go Clones. Clone Cartel.
That's exactly it. Congratulations on giving your team the first win of the night, and we'll see what else can go down tonight.
Yep. Thank you. Keep watching, guys.
All right, we'll get right into match number 3 right here. Top-ranked singles Stu Manu against Inaki. Should be a fun one right here. Manu ready to go with the serve.
We're ready to begin our next match. Manu has the serve. Here's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand. There's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Scoop by Manu. There's the backhand by the 11 line. Backhand by Inaki to the inside. Here's Manu. Scoop by Inaki. There's the backhand. Manu will take it in the air beautifully at the 10 line. Backhand goes wall to wall. Robote forehand by Inaki. Here's Manu. Backhand by Manu. Backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Inaki. Manu takes it on the bounce. Winds up. Inside placement will score. Manu first up on the board for the Cesta Cyclones in white. He serves.
Perfect placement, establishing the inside early on in this match. Manu kind of leans when he throws the costado as well, one way or another, to try to get you off balance. That time he caught Inaki leaning towards the 2-wall. It just beat him with power to the inside. Well done for the first point.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Inaki. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Inaki makes the catch. Outside placement by Inaki scores. Well played shot landing in. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Reminder of the scoring in battle court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Now, that's a throw we don't see all too often.
No, but
Straight to
Inaki
the
plays
outside.
it beautiful. He saw Manu coming back in. Outside he went.
And just above the pad, too. That is a tough shot. Caught him again going the complete opposite direction. Perfect throw.
Backhand by Manu. Inaki's there. Backhand. Here's the catch by Manu. Dos Paredes, the 2-all, stopped by Inaki. Inaki hard from the forehand. Home to score. 2 points for Inaki. In the black shirt of the Wall Warriors, he serves.
Inaki moving just so well defensively to begin this match. Just kind of waiting for that offense to get back up to speed from where we saw him when he went out with that injury over a year ago now. It's just tough to get it back, but maybe this could be the match that gets him a little momentum and he's able to carry that over through the rest of the season. See some good stuff in doubles and the few singles matches, but a consistency element still waiting on.
There's the backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Inaki. Manu's there. Backhand to the inside. Robote left side is low. We're all tied up. 2 points apiece. Manu serves for the Cesta Cyclones.
Yeah, really trying to turn nothing into something that deep in the backcourt along the inside. That would have been just a spectacular 2-all if it got by Manu, but pretty low percentage throw.
There's the backhand by Inaki. Rebote forehand by Manu. Inaki's there. 2-wall,
that's well done.
scores. 3 points for Inaki. With Wall Warriors, he serves.
That is Inaki's go-to shot, the Costado 2-all. Been a big weapon for him his first couple seasons and still holds true here in fall 23. Left
Beautifully
side.
executed 2-wall.
It's the sidewall, front wall, and opens up right there. You see, again, good 2-wall. Your opponent not necessarily close to it.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played beautifully wall-to-wall by Inaki. Inaki on the scoop, high on the forehand. Scoop by Manu. Backhand from the 10 line. Here's the backhand by Manu. Inaki's there, winding up. To the outside he goes. Manu makes the catch. Carom by Manu opens and scores. 3 points for Manu, and he has the serve.
The feel that Inaki would certainly like to have back. That one came more to the middle of the court, and you want to beat your opponent to the outside. Then Manu, again, got to execute that 2-wall when you get the opportunity. And did he ever? Perfectly thrown right there to beat Inaki with a little bit of a head start as well. He was committed to getting out to that 2-wall, but Manu throws it like that, not going to stop many.
There's the backhand by Inaki. Catch by Manu. Backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Manu takes it on the bounce. Winds up. Kosi to the inside. Scores. 4 points for Manu. And he serves.
And hard to get an accurate read on whether Manu is going to throw the 2-wall or drop it to the inside. Just a lot of body movement, a lot of fakes, and then the power to go with it. Just a tough combination right there, blasted by Inaki.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. Rebote. Forehand by Manu. Here's the backhand by Inaki again. Rebote forehand on the outside. This one caught in the air by Inaki. Inaki passes low and inside. It scores. 4-4 is the score. Inaki serves.
Outside placement attempt right here. Always got to be aware of that from Manu. He can throw the ball any direction from any portion of the court, chooses the outside. If Inaki gets there, though, places it perfectly. He's going to get that point, ties it up 4-4, and he's got the serve.
Beautiful catch by Inaki. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Manu's there, backhand from the 11. Rebote forehand. Manu makes the catch. Long 2-wall is beautifully executed by Manu to score. He has 5 points and a possible set point for the Cesta Cyclones.
Changed up the speed on that, too. Looked like he released it a little bit quicker than we're used to seeing him. Which
look at this. Scoop
kind of lulls you to
2-wall.
sleep.
Just such a beautiful combination.
Look at this. Bam. Powerful finish.
That is just a beautiful combination. Well, I think he threw it a little harder than he used to as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, absolutely. Right there. That thing really opened up and dropped off the front wall.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Inaki. Catch by Manu. Backhand from the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Manu makes it on the bounce. Inside placement scores. Point and set for Manu of the Cesta Cyclones in white. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. Just a moment.
A textbook finish to that set. 1-2 all from the Costado, and then the other on the inside shows you both the looks and how hard it is to defend it.
Yeah, Manu is just so highly accurate with both the forehand. I mean, the carom that he threw was just beautiful as far as opening up. And he gets it on the left side. He's always had, when I say always, I mean going all the way back to 2000, his beginning in 2005, I believe it was, at Miami. Just a beautiful, beautiful left side. But also the way that he's able to throw the Costado, which is rare for a backquarter. Here we have some replays. Here's an example of that Costado right there. Here's the Costado throw. It's on the left side of the body. Is he going outside? Is he throwing 2 balls, or is he going inside? You got to guess and you got to commit. He sees you commit, he throws it the opposite direction. That's the benefit of having a good Costado. Here was legit 2-all. Inaki catches it. You see, takes a good look to see where he is. Throws it just out of his reach. Inaki here, again, himself with some fantastic 2-balls.
Gorgeous right there.
Yeah, I know. Inaki's Costado has been spot on this court.
I think this one's straight to the outside.
But not outside enough. It doesn't,
yeah.
He's back all the way at the 9 line. That's still between the sidewall and the out of bounds, so gives Manu a lot of time to play, but Inaki knew it too.
So you see how, again, he's like leaning to the outside, creating just a little bit more space. And then with that power, it's tough. When that first step to the outside, you're not going to get back in there to make that catch.
There we are on the ESPN 3 Players cage. You see Inaki consulting with Nicholas. No one better than give him some feedback as to how to potentially overcome Manu. Take the player's walk from the player's cage out onto the court. Manu's already out there. Inaki will have the serve. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our second set. Inaki serves for the Wall Warriors. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Manu to the inside. Inaki takes it high on the left side. Backhand from the 11 line. Beautiful catch by Inaki. Backhand by Manu. Manu on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Low and hard. Ball is tipped. Point for Manu to start things off here in our second set for the Cesta Cyclones. He serves. So now remains to be seen. Will Inaki take out this set, or will Manu work Inaki around the court and take it straight sets?
Yeah, low runner, tough too. You don't get there in the air. That is a tough catch on the bounce.
Backhand by Inaki, caught overhead by Manu. Here's the backhand by Manu. Rabote, left side. Catch by Manu. Manu hard to the inside. Inaki's there, scoops it up. Backhand. Manu from the 11 line. Backhand.
Kicked up. What a catch.
Backhand by Manu to the inside. Wall to wall. Rabote 2-all by Inaki. Beautifully thrown. Manu is there. Manu will throw a carom. That scores. 2 points for Manu. He serves.
And typically the carom is a little more returnable from the outside. Just the way that ball's spinning, it doesn't open up quite like the 2-all for the Costado 2-all. It's from the left side. But Manu has thrown 2. May have been better than each other. Perfectly done right there, landing just inside the boundary line again. Inaki, one of the faster players too, and he moves well. Not close to these.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. Rabote. Rotate forehand fire to the inside. Rotate left side to the inside by Inaki. Backhand by Manu, low and hard. Rotate forehand saved by Inaki. Manu's there, takes it on the bounce. A low, hard backhand. 2-all.
Oh my goodness.
Beautifully executed and scoring for
What a
Manu.
shot.
That's 3 points and the serve. This Manu
Yeah, he's
is
in a rhythm.
Yeah,
This
this is about as aggressive as we've ever seen him play.
He's seeking
I'm
the ball
speaking
on the
for you in that
costado.
regard, too.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, he is. He's killing it every chance he gets.
He's a little more patient at times, but he's taking it on the left side. He's made some complicated catches. And this one, not all too complicated, but the 2-all was just amazing.
Just one shot
I mean,
after
look
the
at-
other by Manu. He's
look-
playing like a front quarter.
See where it hits into the side net. You see where Inaki's standing.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Just speaks to his overall play as just as a highlight player.
There's so many skills and
Yeah.
not even his natural abilities as a backcourter, but he's showing you what he's capable of.
Backhand by Inaki. Manu commits to the backcourt to make the catch. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Catch by Manu. Backhand from the 10 line. Robote forehand. Hook
It was kind of floated
by
up there.
Manu. That's a point for Inaki and the Wall Warriors. He has the serve.
Looked like he was trying to throw that a little bit higher off the front wall and get a big bounce over Inaki, and just floated on him, and he hooked it a little bit low and into that pad. You see the reaction by Manu off the back wall. You should believe that it was just a little bit different from what he was expecting.
There's a backhand by Manu. Inaki's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Manu takes off to make the Robote. Robote forehand. Hard to the inside. Inaki's there. Backhand by Inaki. Caught by Manu. Manu to the inside. Here's Inaki. Scoop by Inaki. Two all off the Robote,
He
stopped
was
by
ready
Manu.
for it.
Karam by Manu will score. 4 points for Manu. In the Cesta Cyclones, he serves.
I mean, he predicted that 2-all perfectly. I mean, Manu was shading to the outside, expecting that Inaki was going to try to turn that Robote into something. And again, he got out there in plenty of time. And why change it up if the Karam's been working? 3rd time in a row, and it scored.
Here's the backhand by Inaki. That ball's tipped. Point for Manu. It is possible set and possible match point for Manu.
Hard to believe Manu coming into this match 0-4. We know that he's capable of putting together some great stretches of play. We saw it last summer when he looked nearly unbeatable. We're seeing that same Manu here today.
There's a backhand by Inaki. Ball tipped by Manu. That is 2 points for Inaki. He has the serve. Still possible match point for Manu of the Cesta Cyclones. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote left side by Inaki. Manu makes the catch, winds up. Beautiful catch by Iñaki. Karen by Iñaki will score. Well played. 3 points for Iñaki. Still possible set and match for Manu.
A little bit of a clip right there from Manu. Thought that was going to beat Iñaki, and late reaction to the outside, caught it in the air, and the carom to follow extends the set here. So many different options. Manu's been precise, and it looked like he tried to intentionally throw it to the corner. 2-all or inside placement probably would have got him. One place where Iñaki can make a play on it to keep it going.
There's the backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Manu advances, makes the catch. Costi inside, beautiful catch by Iñaki. There's the backhand. Robote forehand, low and hard. 2-all, 2 score for Iñaki. Well played. 4 points for Iñaki. Manu still with possible. Iñaki serves. That's just kind of the way it's done. You got me trapped. Go ahead and throw the 2-all.
Because if Manu were to cut right in front of Iñaki, that 2-all could
point,
hit him in the back of
what's
the head.
yeah,
so that's a
if anything, you want to try to get to it, you go around your opponent.
right,
But
exactly.
make you rather unpopular on the roster.
Yes.
On the roster. There's the backhand by Manu. Robote. Robote forehand. Manu takes it on the bounce, winds up. Hard Costi inside, scooped up by Iñaki. There's the backhand. Robote forehand, low and inside. Iñaki, 2-all into the pad, and the pad is bad. Point, set, and match for Manu, taking it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4 for the Cesta Cyclones.
Cyclones now lead the game day with that win. 2.5 points to just 1 for the Warriors. Coming up next, Stu, we will have that second-ranked doubles matchup, Ikeda and Manny against Nicholas and Julian. Cyclones inching a little bit closer to the Devils, who are currently holding on to second place, but the Cyclones, if the season were to end today, they would hold on and finish in that third and final playoff spot. Well, what a showing there from Manu, Stu. I mean, great to see when he's on. He's got the shots. He's got the power. I mean, the physical attributes as well. Just tough to get the ball past him, and the shots to go with it, and the power. He is a complete highlight player.
We're going to get a chance to hear from him in just a moment as we watch the warm-up for the next game, going back to doubles.
Some good doubles matches to close out the day. First one here, that second-ranked matchup. Before we get to that, though, Stu, we will hear from the winner, Manu, first singles win of the season.
Manu, that was an excellent match. Congratulations.
Thank
You seem to be playing a little bit more intense, a little bit more competitive. Not competitive, but a lot.
More focus on my
A lot more shots were
game,
made. Yeah, a lot more shots were made.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
match.
I know against Iñaki, everybody know a tough competitor, a tough opponent. I lose all my single games, so I'm happy it's my first win. And of course, when you play against those guys, you have to try to be aggressive. Pass those guys and find the shot to be aggressive.
You're typically like glue, so nothing gets by you and you just outlast your opponents. And today was kind of fun to watch you being more aggressive. I hope to see you continue doing that. It was a very fun match to watch.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Congratulations.
Thank you. See you.
All right, that'll take us to the introduction of our second-ranked doubles matchup right here. Quickly, before we get into this match, for the Cyclones, the team of Ikeda and Manny, 1-4 through their first 5 matches this season. Their opponents, Nicholas and Julian, so far established themselves as one of the better second-ranked teams with a record of 2-1. Ready to go with match number 4. There's the serve. We begin. Backhand to the inside. Aggressive play by Ikeda. Backed up to the 10. Here's Here's Julian now from the 11 line, back to the inside. There's Ikeda. That ball died off the front wall. Tough pickup by Julian. Scooped it up there in the backcourt. Here's Manny on the inside. Strong backhand. Up by Julian. Ikeda back to the inside on the forehand. Nicholas gets there to cut it off. Backhand. Stopped by Manny. Big backhand by Ikeda. What a catch. There's Julian on the side wall. Ikeda going up for it. Soft touch. Julian steps up before the second bounce. Hard backhand. Lobbed up to Manny now. Back at the 13. His backhand not going to clear. That kicked up in the overhead screen, which is out of play. First point to the Warriors, Nicholas and Julian.
Curious to see if Ikeda is going to have the same degree of intensity that he had in that first set, given he's got a completely different backcourt in Manning than he had in Bueno. Bueno did a fine job.
Manning gets up to that serve. Backhand, delivered inside. Julian going up for it. Another backhand. This one stepped overhead by Manny. A catch by Nicholas. Put up the wall. Comes down with the ball. Forehand rebote. Wall to wall by Ikeda. Not a lot on the rebote. Nicholas digs it out. Here's Manny coming from the backcourt. Drops it over the top. Nicholas is there again. His backhand. Just out of reach of Manny. Ikeda looking for the rebote. Rebote saved up at the 6 line. Ikeda, tough catch overhead. No look. Backhand. That's on the wall for Julian. Backhand by Manny now. Backhand to the inside. Here's Manny. Manny from the 12. Julian now trading throws here. Higher and harder. Not going to get this one past. Manny steps around it. Another backhand. Julian from the 10 line. Dropping low. Ikeda calls him off. Gets it past Nicholas on the rebote, but Julian with a good read. Steps up. Back to the inside. Here's Manny at the 10 line. Julian just beyond the 11. It's it off the sidewall. Manny's there. Manny launches this one. Powerfully thrown, cutting inside. Nicholas up at the 6 line. Turns it back to the left side of Manny. Not a lot on that rebote again. Ikeda moves up on it. Backhand. Low runner. Julian now steps up. Ikeda runs around it. Forehand. Played inside. Nicholas cuts that one off low. Backhand. Just above the pad. There's Manny. Here's Julian from the 12 line, back inside. Ikeda has it in the air. Hard backhand. That one stopped by Julian. One drops between the players. Forehand rebote again. Here's Julian on the save. Julian, forehand. Again dug out by Ikeda. Here's Nicholas from the Costado. Inside placement. Manny looking to scoop it up.
Beautiful
He does.
catch.
Tough catch on the numbers. Lifts it back to Julian. Julian up at the 10 line. Backhand. Ikeda flying catch. This one just out of reach. Nicholas looking for the rebote. Back up the middle. Right to Manny. Julian goes up for it. Sidearm forehand again. Crossing the sidewall. Manny out of the way. Ikeda takes another one. Nicholas runs around it. His forehand now. Back to the inside. Low and hard. And scoring. 2 straight for the Warriors. Nicholas and Julian.
With these 4 players, these points have the capacity to go on and on and on. All of them superior catching. Not a lot of shots. I'd like to see Ikeda turn on what he did in the first set. You know, start moving it around, given, you know, potentially they'd be less successful against Nicholas than they were against Joseph, but still.
And he takes the serve, backhand inside. Julian. His backhand from the 10. Manny from the 12 line. That one caught overhead by Julian. Julian's return. Little kick off the sidewall. Rebote coming out. Ikeda pushes it up the middle. Forehand back inside. There's Ikeda. Somehow got in there. Caught in the air. Sidearm forehand again. Ikeda looking for the rebote. That's a tough save. Big bouncer, Julian. Handles at the 10 line. One back up the middle. Ikeda goes for the carom. Julin gets there on the outside. The carom returned by Julin. Splits them to score.
Manny could have gotten there, but he thought Ikeda was going to go for it. Just need more effective communication there between Ikeda and Manny. We have a lot of experience playing together.
Yeah. Backhand by Manny. Here's Julin on the inside. Forehand Robote, powered back over the top. Here's Julin at the 10 line. Center arm forehand. Manny now deep in the corner, drops back over the top. Julin calls him off. Julin at the 9 line, back to the inside. Manny drops it over the top. Julin again, hand on the wall. This time up to the 8 line. Lower and harder. Ikeda cuts it off. Beautiful backhand there, wall to wall. Nicholas Robote comes out to the forehand of Manny. Manny drops it back over the top. Here's Julin now. On the inside again. Over the top, here's Ikeda. Backhand. Manny now from the 10 line. Powerful throw back over the top. Nicholas up there to scoop it up. The backhand. Kicks up and out. Robote dropping low. Nicholas makes a save. Ikeda on the bounce at the 7 line. He's going to try to pass with it on the inside. Lifts it to Julin. Manny again from up at the 11. Nicholas now has it overhead. That ball kicked up. Good catch by Julin. Hard backhand inside. Out of the reach of Manny. Ikeda calls him off. Robote drop back inside. Here's Julin. Manny now caught that ball in front of him. Drops it over the top. Nicholas another scoop up in the front court. There's the backhand. This time to the outside. Nicholas Robote hooked to the outside. Ikeda caught it in the air. Ikeda the long cortada again. That will score.
Beautiful. Really well done by Ikeda.
First point for the Cyclones. Ikeda and Manny. Julin from the 13, forehand right up the middle. Here's Ikeda. It's a forehand, low and hard again. Julin there at the 11 line. The backhand, and he steps up. This one just above the pad. Here's Nicholas now on the inside. He launches this low runner. Manny back at the 13. Hard backhand again, this time out of reach. Nicholas comes back for it. Robote save. That just does clear. Manny drops it over the top, looking for the big bounce. Julin controls it. Julin at the 9 line, shooting it inside. There's Manny. Pick up there, Julin committed. Make the catch on the forehand. Back to the inside. Here's Manny on the bounce. Drops it over the top, back to Julin. Manny caught that one in the air. Backhand, little kick off the sidewall. Nicholas goes up for it. Shoots it quickly. Back to the inside. Here's Manny now. Nicholas, tough pickup in the front court. Low runner just above the pad. Tough Robote Ikeda. Spinning save. Nicholas puts it up the middle. Manny on the bounce again. Manny shoots a forehand. Nicholas looking to cut off another. He does. Tough catch crossing the sidewall. Deep in the backcourt. Manny back to the forehand of Julin now. Forehand Robote escaped. It's going to open up a 4-1 lead for Nicholas and Julin.
So what happens there? So the ball's coming off of the back wall. The Robote, the rebound off the back wall. It's coming with a certain momentum. You gotta get the timing perfect. You do it with practice. Ball comes into the cesta and has to be thrown one fluid motion off the back wall. In that case, the ball hit an odd spot on the inside of the cesta when Ikeda began the throwing motion, sent it straight to the outside.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. backhand. Here's Manny now at the 11 line. What a catch there by Julian. Back beyond the 12. Hard backhand return. Manny has it overhead. High and hard. Julian. Manny now, rather. Not going to let that one pass. Kicks this one up. Julian. Catch overhead. Ikeda going to get involved. Steps in at the 9 line. There's a backhand. Dropping Julian on the forehand now. Manny makes the catch. Softer touch on the backhand. Beats him to the inside. Nicholas has to come back for it. Beautiful return caught deep in the backcourt by Manny. Julian again from up the 11 line. There's a backhand. Manny pulls it in. Backcourters again. Trading throws here. Manny lifts this one. Trying to get one past Julian. Brian Robote again. Comes out to the right side of Manny. Manny drops it over the top. Nicholas looking to cut it off. He's there. Backhand inches above the pad.
Wow, that
and
was
it's
coming
tipped.
fast.
Perfectly placed for Nicholas. Brings the Warriors to a 5-1 advantage. They have a possible set point.
I would say that you'd have to tip the advantage in favor of the Warriors coming into this, but I wasn't expecting a 5-1 and a possible set lead. That I wasn't expecting, not this score.
But to your point, just a little more aggression by Ikeda up in the front, and you just got to find a way to put points up on the board. You're not going to outlast Nicholas and Julian. Forehand to the inside. Ikeda has a Robote. That is missed. Point and set. 6-1 in favor of Nicholas and Julian. 2 minutes will play. Set number 2.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I wasn't expecting that 6-1, especially as well as Ikeda played earlier in the day. Here we are in the ESPN3 Players Cage between sets. Captain Inaki complimenting his brother Julian there. Here we have some replays from that first set. Here we see long carom by Ikeda, but it does not open. Stopped by the backcourter. Julian returns with a split placement. Again, it was probably within reach of Manny, but miscommunication on how to handle that ball between the front quarter and back quarter. Here's Ikeda again. Beautiful, low and hard. Look at that crossing that side wall there, just over Julian Sesta. Very well done. Robote forehand. That's a miss, just off the Sesta. Frustrating to finish off that set. And we got about a minute to go left in the break in between sets. You see Nicholas been playing front court. Look in the back of the ESPN3 Players Cage. In the hoodie, we have Jedin staying next to Manny and Ikeda.
We're ready to go with set number 2. Ikeda and Manny will have the serve. There's a serve. Our second set's underway. Ikeda at the 10 line. There's a backhand. Just out of reach. That one passing. Nicholas looking for the Robote. Robote dropped inside. Manny on the bounce. Sidearm forehand. Nicholas, good catch. Low runner. Ikeda calls him off. That's a tough save on the Robote just above the pad. Nicholas keeps the pressure on. Another backhand. Another call by Ikeda. Robote. Backhand the low runner. Manny goes up for it. Backhand return, little kick off the side wall. Ikeda out there again. Rebote comes out to the middle of the court. Nicholas on the forehand. What a catch by Ikeda.
Oh, will that stand? No, it won't.
The backhand two-wall kicks out. First point to Nicholas and Julian. You're in our second set.
Whole different type of energy start off that
Yeah,
set.
what pace was set? Wow.
Yeah. Ikeda came out calling for the ball. Much more aggressive Ikeda that we saw in the first set.
Ikeda knocks down the serve. 2 points for Nicholas and Julian. Backhand to the inside, caught overhead by Julian. That one in the corner. Ikeda calls him off. Rebote back to the inside. Julian now out of the way. Nicholas puts it above the pad. Ikeda the backhand, caught the corner. Julian with a good catch up at the 10 line. Just out of reach. Manny steps up, caught in the air. Julian now puts this one up the middle. Ikeda on the Rebote. Rebote forehand. Lifted back to Julian. Big backhand. Here's the Rebote. Rebote forehand. Lifted back to Manny now. On the left side, his backhand. Julian caught it overhead. And he steps up at the 11 line. Julian going to keep it on the left side. Softer touch on the backhand. Drops between the Cyclones. Rebote up. Rebote saved by Ikeda. Back inside. Here's Julian. Manny now. Puts it on the wall. Another tough catch. There's a big backhand out of reach. Ikeda, Rebote. Out to the right side of Julian. Julian back inside with it. Oh, Manny now. Good play up overhead. Nicholas keeps the pressure on. The Philo is scooped up.
By
Ikeda low and hard back inside. Julian digs it out. What a Rebote from deep in the backcourt. Ikeda low and hard again. Julian lines it up. He's got another save with a big bounce. Ikeda controlled it. Ikeda again. This one is missed by, wow, what a point there. Ikeda and Manny get their first point of our second set.
That we saw in the first set. Now, again, there's a risk. Manny, you got your seasoned veteran in the backcourt. Going to make a lot of catches. He's going to call him off of a lot of balls. But as long as he's scoring points like that, Ikeda we're talking about, Manny's not going to mind.
Julian handles the serve, backhand inside. Manny, tough catch back beyond the 13. Here's Manny now from the 12 line, higher and harder. Gets past both Warriors. Nicholas has the Rebote. Manny keeps it to the inside. Julian on the forehand. This one dropping. Ikeda has the Rebote. Just does clear the overhead screen. That ball tipped by Ikeda, trying to cut it off. That's 3 points now for Nicholas and Julian.
Now, if you start tipping the ball into your backquarter, that tends to make them unhappy quickly. It's one thing to tip it and lose the point. It's another thing to hit your opponent with a tip ball. That's frowned on.
Here's Manny. Forehand, drops it over the top, looking for the bounce up over Julian. He got up there. Manny keeps it on the forehand, right up the middle. Julian just does get out there. Right over Ikeda's head. That's a hard forehand in the corner. Ikeda, spinning Rebote save. Takes Julian to the middle of the court. Right over his head again, just out of reach. Going to be another tough Rebote. Ikeda with a spinning save. Nicholas, inside placement. Manny now, tough Rebote of his own. It drops in the pad. The pad is bad. 4-1 lead. Nicholas and Julian.
Manny just off his footing trying to make that Rebote. Again, the Rebote, the rebound off of the back wall, has to come into this, has to be thrown in one fluid motion.
Here's Manny up at the 11 line, drops it over the top again. Julin, big bouncer, controlled. Backhand by Ikeda. Here's Julin cutting it off at the 11 line, high and hard. Manny reaches in. The backhand comes out to the right side. Here's Julin, middle of the court. Sidearm forehand. It'll be a tough for a Bote. A little kick off the sidewall. Ikeda stays with it. Nicholas aggressively moved up on it, back up the middle. Here's Manny now. Forehand, low and hard. Nicholas, what a catch on the numbers.
Catch by Nicholas.
Manny from deep in the backcourt. Low runner, puts it on the sidewall. Julin at the last second pulled the cest away. Nicholas, the big bounce on the rebote. Manny, save of his own. Julin low and hard again. Gives Ikeda play on it. Spinning rebote save. Nicholas comes back to the inside. The 2-wall.
Great stop by Ikeda.
Is stopped by
Wow,
Ikeda.
what a
What body control, and avoids the screen with his offhand. Ikeda calls it again. Rebote, little kick this time. Nicholas unable to get there. Julin from the backcourt. Hard forehand, 3-wall play. Ikeda lines it up. Julin letting it pass again. This one, a high 2-wall. Ikeda has it overhead. Ikeda fake.
Beautiful.
The inside placement, the outside one scores. What a shot by Ikeda.
Oh my, that was spot on by Ikeda.
Second point for the Cyclones.
He looked inside too. That's what made it particularly nasty.
Oh, that was a good one.
Peeked it where he was going to throw it, then dropped it outside.
Caught it. And
Yeah.
Nicholas going the wrong direction. I mean, that was as good of a fake as you're going to see. Nicholas takes the serve, puts it inside. Manny's there. Catch on the bounce. Big backhand. Wall to wall. Nicholas at the 4 line. Turns it powerfully back inside. Not a lot
Ikeda
on it.
don't know
Somehow
if she'll call for
Ikeda
that.
made that play. Back to the inside again. Here's Manny. Another good catch deep in the backcourt. Here's Nicholas. 7 line. Back inside. Manny on the bounce. Somehow comes up with that one.
Wow. Ikeda called for it, but Manny picked it up.
Julin powerful. Manny on the bounce again. Outside placement. Nicholas with a high scoop. Nicholas low and hard inside. Ikeda coming for it. He's there. The 2-wall return. Caught the air. Nicholas whips it inside. Manny now tries to dig one out. He does. What a rebote save. Now that 3-wall play. Manny caught it in the air. Manny drops it over the top.
Nicholas
Nicholas
again.
cut it off. The drop shot. 2 bounces. Scores.
Wow.
What a point that one goes to the Warriors. They have a 5-2 lead. Possible set. Possible match point.
Phenomenal play by
Wow.
all 4 players. Kudos to Nicholas. I mean, Nicholas and Ikeda. I mean, and Nicholas just caught everything in the air, no matter where that ball was in the front court. Here you see Nicholas picking the serve, dropping back to the inside, drop shot, 1, 2 bounces.
Ikeda takes the serve, outside placement. Nicholas was waiting for it. Carom by Nicholas is stopped. Ikeda again avoids the screen, gets the forehand off. Low hard forehand. That
Beautiful
one's
scoop.
scooped up by Manny.
Wow, the energy carried over to this point.
Here's Julin, middle of the court, drops it inside. Manny now over the top, looking for the peak of the big bounce. Nicholas able to cut it off. The backhand tries to get it over Manny. He steps in, makes the play. Julin from the 11 line, back inside with it. High scoop by Ikeda. Now the sidearm Carom lands in. Nicholas stops it on the bounce. His Carom is low. That extends the match here, 5-3. Ikeda and Manny serve.
Still possible match point. A tremendous play here. Again, tremendous play by all 4 players. There you see Nicholas right there.
Backhand from the 11 line. Here's Manny. Low runner on the number. Somehow Manny made that play. And he drops it over the top. Nicholas is there to cut it off. The backhand. Low runner on the numbers. Manny steps around it. Big backhand. Just out of reach of Julin. Nicholas has to come back for it. Pushes it outside. He's got a big bounce. Ikeda makes a save. Nicholas coming cross court. Cuts it off at the 7 line. The backhand. Oh, what a catch by Ikeda. Outside placement.
Good read by
Julin
Julin.
with a good read. Julin sidearm forehand. That's
What a
caught
catch
by Ikeda.
Wow.
Ikeda just ripped that backhand, taking Nicholas up to the 3 line. His return, wall to wall. Rotate to the outside. Julin calls him off on the bounce. Julin's Carom. is stopped by Ikeda once more. Julian on the left side, good control, backhand in the overhead screen. What a point. It's 5-4. Ikeda and Manny serve.
I'll be very curious to see if Controlled Chaos gets the Cyclone team to 5-5. It's still a possible match point for Nicholas and Julian in the black shirts, but man,
These guys are fighting.
oh, every point.
That serve kicked up. Good catch there by Julian. Delivers it inside. Manny at the 11. Flying hard. This one coming out a long way. Nicholas at the 4 line. Turns it up. Right to the left side of Manny. Julian lower and harder. Looking for the 3-wall play. Ikeda. Little kick off the sidewall. Comes out to the middle of the court. Ikeda again. That's a tough rebote. Just lays it up. Julian charging from the backcourt. Lower and harder now into the corner. Tough one for Ikeda. That's missed. Point, set, and match. Nicholas and Julian take it in straight sets. 6-1, 6-4. Awesome. Great points to close out that match, too. But with that win for the Warriors, the game day is now tied up 2.5 points per team going into our final 2 matches. Let's take a look at that game day score now. All tied up. Again, the 2 matches that remains, Stu. We have the 3rd-ranked doubles. That one is going to be coming up next. Bueno and Manu take on Joseph and Inaki. Bradley out with a knee injury, so Joseph substituting in that one. And then 6th-ranked doubles will close out the day. Joseph and Correa against
Always fun with
Carballo
Joseph Correa around the court.
and Jedden. Those are the 2 matches left. Bueno and Manu against Inaki and Joseph. Then Carballo and Jedden against Joseph and Correa. But first, let's hear from Nicholas and Julian.
Great match, guys. That was so much fun to watch. How are you feeling?
Thank you. Pues muy bien, nos sentimos muy bien. Hemos hecho un buen partido los dos juntos y siempre me gusta jugar con Julen. Es un placer siempre.
Well, Nicholas, you're playing out of your mind today. You've just won both of your matches, so congratulations to you. That's very cool.
Thank you.
And Julian, how are you feeling?
I feel tired.
Tired?
Yes, my first match was tiring. So, but I was able to come back. It's always a pleasure to play with Yeche. So I feel tired but happy to win the second match.
Understandable. You guys are awesome partners. It was really cool to watch you guys play that match. Congratulations on the win. You tied the game day up, so anything is
really?
possible. Yep.
That's good. Let's see if we are lucky.
Let's see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you for watching us.
And we thank Nicholas and Julian. Coming up next to that 3rd-ranked doubles match for the Cyclones, the team of Bueno and Manu. They've been representing the 3rd-ranked team all season long, a record of 4-3. Through 7 matches, they've played a couple extra compared to most doubles teams. Their opponents, Joseph and Inaki. Joseph substituting for Bradley. Inaki going to slide to the backcourt. Joseph moves up to the front. Match number 5, ready to go, Stu.
Bueno serves, we begin. There's the rebote by Joseph in the overhead screen. Bueno and Manu first up on the board. There's the backhand by Inaki, powerfully thrown. Manu is there. Backhand by Manu. Inaki, beautiful catch at the 12 line. There's Inaki, backhand. Scoop attempt, tip. 2 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
Looks like a pretty clear strategy for the Cyclones. If you see Inaki backing up to try to take that ball deep in the backcourt, put it low and hard, force him to take it on the bounce. If you see him creeping up to the 10 or 11 line, just blast it by him. Manu's got the power to pass from just about anywhere. Be a tough matchup here for these Warriors.
Big backhand by Inaki forces the rebote from Bueno. Scoop by Inaki. Inaki's placement straight to the inside. Read by Bueno. Stopped by Bueno. Catch by Bueno. Bueno goes deep. Inaki looks for the rebote. Midcourt to the inside. Big bounce. Brought in by Manu. Catch by Manu. Backhand from the 11 line. Nice save by Joseph. Rebote forehand save by Inaki. Big bounce. Brought down by Manu at the 11 line. What a catch by Inaki overhead. That was beautiful.
Ball kicked up.
Inaki now from the 9. Backhand to the inside. Rebote for Bueno. Bueno, forehand rebote. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. 3 points for Bueno and Manu in the white shirts. Bueno serves.
Yeah, look, heard the sound. Definitely died off the front wall, and it's not great communication. A lot of back and forth. And
there's the backhand by Inaki, powerfully thrown. Here's Inaki, backhand from the 9 line. Manu from deep in the backcourt, powerful backhand. What a catch by Inaki at the 12 line.
now it's out.
Rebote by Joseph to the outside. Carambola by Bueno, stopped by Inaki. Inaki from the forehand. Manu for the rebote, he makes the save. Beautiful catch by Inaki. There's the backhand. Manu with a tip ball at the 9 line. That's a point for Joseph and Inaki. Joseph serves.
And see if this Warriors team can get anything going. I mean, overall, Inaki and Bradley in this third-ranked spot, 0-6. I know Joseph has had to substitute a couple of times. Not one of their stronger teams, but you have Inaki back there. Anything could happen. Just got to force it a little more offensively.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's a backhand by Manu. Catch by Inaki. Inaki from the forehand to the inside. Manu's there. 2-all. Again by Joseph. Bueno goes high. Inaki for the rebote. From midcourt, Manu makes the catch. Good catch. Excellent catch by Inaki. Here's the backhand by Manu. He goes wall to, almost went wall to wall. That hit the overhead screen. 2 points for Joseph and Inaki. Bueno and Manu with 3. Joseph serves.
Yeah, Manu doesn't need to get that much height on the ball. I mean, he could pass putting it a couple feet lower. That one well in the overhead screen. Another big break for this Joseph and Inaki team. I mean, you let him hang around with Inaki there in the backcourt. This team can definitely put some points up on the board.
Fault under serve. Battle court rules allow for a second serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Manu on the catch, backhand, thrown powerfully. Robote for Joseph, he makes the save. Here's Manu. Manu sends it deep. Inaki for the Robote. To the inside, crossing the side wall, Manu is there. What a catch by Inaki. Backhand. Outside placement by Inaki, taken by Bueno. Bueno's forehand, taken by Inaki. Inaki winds up, 2-all, split placement is tipped. And we're all tied up, 3 points apiece. Joseph serves.
Boy, just like that, we're tied up, Stu. I mean, like all Bueno and Manu, the first couple points, couldn't even get anything started, and then all of a sudden, the Warriors picked it up. I think with Joseph up there in the front, made some good stops, and Inaki playing out of his mind here in the backcourt, like we saw from Nicholas and Joe in that last match.
Robote, this one taken by Manu. Manu powerfully from the left side. Backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Joseph on the Robote. Manu backs to the 12 line. Karam. Stop by Joseph. Carambolo by Joseph. Stopped by Manu. Another one by Joseph. This one to the outside. It kicks. Kicks just out of play. That's a 4th point for the white shirts. Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
Yeah, a bunch of these Robotes have actually clipped off the side wall for Joseph that time, just kicking it wide of the court. And really not a bad strategy, though. I mean, moving Bueno around, forcing him to make some throws that he's not necessarily comfortable with or used to up there in the front, and hasn't yet scored. So still very much in this match after a slow start.
There's the backhand by Inaki, powerfully thrown. Robote coming out. Bueno, forehand Robote.
Got it to pass.
Inaki moves back, makes the save. Here's Manu. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Joseph on the Robote. Clipped the side wall. 5 points for Bueno and Manu. Possible set point.
And Cyclones just took control of that point right from the jump. That powerful backhand out of reach, and that one came up in on Joseph pretty quickly. Tough to turn that Robote. 5-3 lead here, Cyclones. Close out that first set.
There's a backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Bueno. Inaki makes the catch. Manu looks for the Robote on the left side. Little clip. Caught by Inaki. Karen by Inaki. Stopped but not held on to by Bueno. That's 4 points for Joseph and Inaki. Bueno Manu with 5. Joseph serves.
And Karam not exactly thrown the way Inaki wanted to, but successfully nonetheless. Kind of ate Bueno up right there and expected to get it to his forehand side and came kind of right at his face and forced that miss. Big break for him again, still hanging around in this set.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Great catch by Inaki at the 12 line. Manu from deep in the backcourt. Lower and harder to the inside, and Inaki is there. There's the backhand. Robote coming out. Bueno for the Robote. Takes it on the forehand. Scoop attempt is missed. That is point and set to Bueno and Manu of the Cesta Cyclones in the white shirts. We'll take 2 minutes, come back out, and play our next set.
Interesting set right there. I mean, great start for Bueno and Manu. Had a couple point advantage. Then out of nowhere, I mean, Joseph and Inaki were able to tie it up.
There we are on the ESPN3 Players Cage. Bueno there in the foreground, having just won that set with Manu in the background. We have Inaki seated. Talking with Nicholas to the left. And Correa. Imagine Manu and Bueno were talking about just keeping the same game plan. And Joseph would be in there. Joseph just grabbing a drink, and there he is.
And in this matchup, said got Manu, who's just got so much power. He can make it happen from anywhere on the court. Getting that ball over Inaki, said, and forcing some of those rebotes led to early success, but then Inaki just picked it up in the second half of that match. I mean, he was everywhere, making catches inside, outside, and you just got to mix it up, especially in these matches where you come in with the sub. Maybe you're a pretty sizable underdog in this one. You just got to play, mix it up, throw some different type of shots, get the ball into the weaker of the two players, and you never know what could happen, Stu. You see, you got a player of Inaki's caliber in the backcourt out on the court competing. You're never out of it. See what they can do here as we approach our second set. It's about 15 seconds away. And Bueno won his first doubles match earlier today with Ikeda, where Ikeda was just so aggressive. They took out Joseph and Julian, handing that team their first loss of the season. We're going to make it 2-0.
We're ready to begin our second set. Joseph and Inaki will have the serve. Fault underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Bueno picks this serve. Sends it back to pass. Inaki on the rebote to the inside. Here's Manu. Backhand. Rebote coming out. Joseph on the rebote. Manu makes the catch. Backhand. Here's Inaki. Backhand from the 10 line. To the corner, and Manu is there. To the corner, and Inaki's there. Backhand. Here's the backhand by Inaki. That hit the overhead screen. Bueno and Manu take the first point of the second set. Bueno serves. Fault underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Inaki. What a catch by Manu. Rebote by Joseph. Another 2-all. This one lands out. It's 2 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
And as this ball heats up, traveling further with every throw, it's going to be tougher for Joseph to read those rebotes. It's going to be coming in on him a little bit quicker, forces a couple of those misses to the outside of the court.
There's the backhand by Inaki. That clears the overhead screen. Here's the forehand rebote thrown hard.
What a scoop.
Manu's there. Backhand blasted by Manu. Rebote forehand by Inaki to pass. Scoop by Inaki. The carom. Bueno gets it, stops it. Carambola will score. And the carambola thrown low and hard to the front wall. Goes from the front wall to the side wall. It's thrown from the outside. Goes from the front wall to the side wall and then back to the outside. Kind of like the opposite of a carom.
Carambola split placement. Not something you see very often, but look at him right there. Well done.
Beautiful catch by Inaki at the side wall. Here's Manu at the back wall. Big backhand. This one caught by Inaki. Backhand. Rebote forehand.
Oh, what control.
There's the backhand by Manu. Rebote saved by Joseph. Manu comes in and could not make the play. That's a point for Joseph and Inaki. Joseph serves. Catch by Bueno. Bueno straight to the inside. That is scooped by Inaki.
Tough play.
Bueno, forehand rebote to the inside. That's a beautiful catch by Inaki off the side wall. Inaki, forehand rebote. Backhand.
Look at
Excellent
Joseph.
catch by Joseph at the 10 line. Juggling is the call.
You think technically it was a juggle because it hopped in and out of the basket, but either way, just a missed catch there.
Joseph takes the serve, throws it. Here's Bueno. Bueno for that placement.
Ooh, oh, that's well done by Bueno.
He got it. 5 points for Bueno and Manu. Possible set, possible match point.
Yeah, the key on that three-wall play is to get it out of reach of the backcourt or in the air and over the head of the front court. If you can do that and get a kick off the back wall, that's going to open up straight to the outside towards those judges. That's what happened right there. 5-1 lead. The Cyclones can close it out in straight sets.
There's a backhand by Inaki. Manu's there. Manu from the 12 line. Big backhand by Manu. What a catch by Inaki. Manu makes the catch. Backhand. Blasted. Rebote coming out. Joseph, forehand Rebote. Straight back. Manu is there. Joseph on the Rebote. Bueno makes the catch. Backhand. Catch by Manu at the 10 line. Inaki makes the catch. Backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Scoop by Inaki. 2-all by Inaki. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno on the carambola again. Stopped by Inaki. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand saved by Manu. Scores. Point set and a hard-fought match for Bueno and Manu of the Cesta Cyclones, taking it 6-4, 6-1.
With that win, Cyclones lock up at least a tie on the game day. They can open up a big day with another win coming up in our final match. Carballo and Jedden take on Joseph and Correa. Let's take a look at that game day score. Ooh, Stu. Interesting note right here with a win. Actually, the Cyclones, at least temporarily, could jump up into second place and ahead of the Tejada Devils. Keep in mind that after today, the Devils will still have an extra game day to play to catch back up to the Cyclones. But always good to get yourself out of that final playoff spot, a little bit of breathing room between yourself and the team in fourth place. Cyclones have a chance right here, one of their better doubles teams this season in Carballo and Jedden. With Jedden making his debut in the backcourt, so far so good. Their opponents, Joseph and Correa, winless this season. We will hear from Bueno and Manu, winners of that doubles match.
Bueno and Manu, congratulations. Another win for both of you today. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah, very happy with the win. Always important.
What was your strategy going out on the court today?
Just play to win, man, and no errors.
You feel good about the way you guys played together as a team?
Yeah, it was stay focused. We had a plan. Obviously, it was try to pass Iñaki, no, because we know the quality of Iñaki. But it was to be focused on the game and trying to not doing a mistake. And I think that we had a good game.
Well, whatever you guys plan to do, it worked. So keep it up. Congratulations, and we'll see how this final match goes.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we think Bueno and Manu have about a minute until we begin our final match, giving Joseph a little bit of an extended break as he will go back-to-back right here. Joseph and Correa for the Warriors, Carballo and Jedden for the Cyclones. Again, Joseph and Correa, record of 0-3 to begin their season. Carballo and Jedden played 4 matches, 3 wins, just 1 loss. So for the game day here, at the moment, Cyclones lead 4-2.5. So with a win, the Warriors will tie the day. With a win, the Cyclones can open up a 3-point win. Pretty significant at this point in the season. We're about ready to go here. Carballo and Jedden will be serving to Joseph and Correa. Final match. There's the serve. Our final match has begun with an ace. Carballo and Jedden, quick first point. Correa on the forehand, drops it to Jedden. That backhand got away from him, up in the overhead screen and out of play.
1-1. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Serve takes Jedden to the outside. Forehand back over the top with a big bounce.
What a
Correa
catch.
controls it. Forehand coming up the middle. Here's Carballo from the 8 line. Powerful throw. Correa has it overhead. This one dropped into the corner. Carballo looking for the rebote. Rebote save inside. Correa up at the 11 line. For the big bounce, the Pika. Carballo steps back. Hard forehand back up the middle now. Correa again. Forehand stays outside. Carballo running around it. There's a drop shot. It's the first bounce. He's not going to get the second.
Excellent
Joseph is up
catch.
there. Backhand
Nice throw.
scooped up by Jedden now. Correa up at the 10 line. Hard throw again. Lobbed up. There's Jedden running under it. Backhand opens up to the outside. No communication. Rebote not there. Carballo and Jedden.
Yeah, you called that absolutely right. There was no communication there. It just looked like Joseph was just walking up to the ball to catch it. That's what Correa thought was happening. And then he let it go.
2-1 lead for Carballo and Jedden. Backhand by Correa. Lifted inside. Carballo calls him off. Correa Bote dropping at the feet of Correa. Picks it up. At the 10 line. Sidearm throw. Carballo committed to keeping it on the forehand. He does.
Into the
That
overhead
one, though,
screen.
kicked up in the overhead screen, which is out of play.
And you don't really need the front quarter coming back to the 11 line to throw the ball into the overhead screen.
Jedden up the middle. Joseph keeps it on the forehand, shoots it powerfully. Carballo has to come back, makes a spinning rebote save. Correa up at the 9 line, slows it down. The sidearm forehand. Carballo looking for it again. Rebote save with a big bounce. Correa steps back, now advances. At the 8 line, sidearm throw, low and hard. Jedden scooped it up. Softer touch on the forehand. Jedden, another good read. Got there in the air, his backhand inside.
Beautiful
Correa
catch
ranging
by
back
Correa.
overhead. He's got that one. Ball lobbed up. Here's Carballo on the forehand. Delivers it inside. What a catch again as that cross deep in the backcourt. Scoop attempt. Clean miss. Correa's there for the rebote. Carballo on the hop. Sidearm Karam. Stopped
catch
by
by
Joseph.
Joseph.
The low runner right back to Carballo. The drop shot scores for Carballo. Beautifully thrown. 3-2 lead for the Cyclones. Perfect serve there for Carballo. That's an ace, 4-2 lead. Correa handles that serve. The backhand inside. Carballo committed to the forehand. Ball missed. Third point for Joseph and Correa. Jedden takes it on the forehand. This one will kick off the side wall. Comes out to the middle of the court. Correa, the sidearm throw. Carballo calls for Jedden to take it. He makes a good catch. Big bouncer on the inside. Correa controls it. Lobs it up. Here's Jedden again. Nice catch in the air. Softer touch on the backhand. Correa steps up. Beautiful play. That one on the numbers. Carballo from the forehand into the corner in passing. Tough rebote.
Nice rebote
Kick off
play
the
by
side
Correa.
wall. Stays with it. Carballo again shoots this lower and harder. Correa runs under it. Backhand.
Tipped.
Missed by Jedden. 4-4 is the score. Warriors serve. Under serve. Second serve coming up for Joseph. That is a double fault and over serve. That gives Carballo and Jedden 5 points. They have a possible set point. Boy, just a critical mistake right there. Got to keep the ball in play. You got an aggressive front quarter in Carballo, but at least give yourself a shot. Don't do that with a double fault. There's the serve. That one scores for the set. 6-4. Carballo and Jedden take it. 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2. A couple of aces, a lot of power from Carballo, a big reason why the Cyclones came out on top in that opening set.
Here we are on the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Got some replays from that first set. There's Joseph from the outside, blasting it to the inside. Carballo has it. Drops it back to the inside.
Beautiful control. Just out of reach. Those serves coming in are hard for anyone to handle. You see Carballo ace the top-ranked players on these teams. You got Correa, who's the 4th for his team, and not nearly as familiar with that serve as some other competitors, and not easy to handle consistently, especially when you got an extra fault, too. All you got to do is serve it at about 50%, a little bit higher, and he's going to score a number of points off it. At least half of the points in that opening set. You see Carballo always locked in when Manu and Manny, the leaders of that Cyclone team, are talking to him. great veteran presence for Carballo. And he's got all the tools, all the skills. Plays a little bit out of control at times, but two guys that keep him in line and get the best out of him consistently. One of them happens to be his doubles partner, too. That works out very well. That top-ranked team for the Cyclones, record of 3-1 to begin this season. You see Joseph and Correa, though, 6th-ranked team for the Warriors, still looking for their first win. They've won just one set this season. See if they can turn it around right here. Heard some talk on the bench, and seemed to be some nice positive talk between the two.
There's no question that Correa has a theory about how to come out on top here.
Ooh.
Let's see if it plays out.
Ready to go with our second set. Joseph serves. Second set is underway. Jedden handles the serve. Sidearm forehand back inside Correa. From the 11 line, winds it up. Sidearm throw, low and hard. Here's Jedden. From back at the 13 line, high off the front wall. Correa, beautiful control
Correa.
Again. There's a
Nice
hard backhand.
Look at that.
Forehand to Bote. Would kick off the sidewall. Correa with a good read. High and hard again. Wall to wall. That's well thrown. Carballo trying to get it to pass. Correa not going to let him. Nice catch overhead. Sidearm throw again.
Takes
Here's
the front
Jedden.
quarter out of it.
Correa from up at the 7th line. There's the backhand. Jedden switching from left to right. Keeps it on the forehand. Ball tipped. Outplayed first point goes to Carballo and Jedden.
Yeah, Correa definitely a lot more aggressive from the backcourt, moving up, making some really, really positive catches there.
Carballo lost his footing on the serve, but it's in play. Low and hard. There's Jedden. Deep in the backcourt. Comes up with it on the left side. Low runner. There's Correa. Nice scoop. Little kick off the sidewall. Jedden controls it on the forehand. High hard throw. Dropping low. There's Correa. Here's Jedden. Forehand to the inside. No play for Correa. Joseph coming back for it. That one comes up short. 2 points for the Cyclones.
Yeah, Carballo calling for a ball there, saying me. Jedden would have had to have pulled it out of his own cesta to give it to him. He literally was catching it on the right side.
Powerful serve in and out of the basket of Correa. That is an ace, 3-0 lead. Carballo serves. Correa takes this one on the right side, forehand, low and hard. Carballo runs under it, the 2-wall. Scores. Powerfully thrown. That's a 4-0 advantage for the Cyclones. Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Carballo. Second serve is good. There's a backhand. Lifted up. Here's Jedden stepping in and dropped at the 12 line. Joseph and Correa get on the board here. They serve. Carballo takes a serve, a forehand just out of reach. Joseph That one comes up short. 5 points for Carballo and Jedden. They have a possible set and a possible match point. Hard serve. Correa steps in at the 10 line. There's the backhand. Just out of the reach of Jedden. Carballo. Rabote, the carom Rabote. Into the pad. Ooh. Extends the match here. Joseph and Correa with 2 points. They serve.
They have a bunch of points to play with. No question about that.
Yeah, that's the time to go for Rabote carom like that, but a tough one.
Yep.
Jedden up at the 7 line. Sidearm throw. Correa going up. Beautiful control. Carballo on the inside, the carom splits them to score for the win. Point, set, and match. Carballo and Jedden take it in straight sets. Cyclones win the game day 5.5 to 2.5. Stay tuned for the post-game show. Coming up in a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. I'm Andrew Bleckman here with Carballo of the Cyclones. Big win for your team, 5.5 to 2.5. Jumped up into second place, at least temporarily. What does it mean to be, inside the playoffs at this point in the season?
Oh, that's our goal. Whether it's second or third. Obviously, we probably we want that second spot because I think we get there's some advantage there. But we want an opportunity to play in the playoffs and show what we could do.
Just 2 losses for yourself in doubles this season. What's been about that format that's brought out the best in your game?
It's fun. It's all about not letting my backcourter down and just being a catalyst. I know my job up there is to make things happen and not make too many things happen because sometimes I could backfire. But not just playing smart, calm, collected, executing, locating. That's Cesta Cyclone Jai-Alai, and yeah, we're playing hot right now. We're just looking to stay consistent.
Another congrats on another game day win. We'll send it over to Stoop, get the replay started.
And let us take a look at some replays from an afternoon of the Wall Warriors going up against the Cesta Cyclones. Began with singles action. Nicholas and Manny, two veterans of the game. Nicholas showing his more aggressive side as far as catching and shots were concerned. Overall doing a fantastic job. Manny stronger in the first set than the second set, but it was the first of a few straight set victories for the Wall Warriors today. Make that Cesta Cyclones. Good catch there by Nicholas. Hard throw to the inside, just out of the reach of Manny.
And Nicholas really got off to a hot start. Manny, we're used to seeing him at least last season, but not today. Shot's not working. Again, Nicholas takes that opening match in straight sets, but then Cyclones come right back with a great performance by Ikeda and Bueno.
Ikeda, again, when he was aggressive throughout this first set. When we saw him come back playing with Manny later, not quite as aggressive, and it definitely showed the score.
Got to find a way to put points up on the board. Beautiful outside placement right there by Julian, but again, just not enough of those. Ikeda, you see directly outside. See Joseph trying to get in there, make a play, just tipped. And back on the inside here, you see Julian can't get there front ways. Rabote's by him when he looks back at it. And then look at that, Karam. That was an
Catch
open
by
up.
Julian.
This one does, but look at Ikeda. The stop, the finish. Look at this forehand back inside. The carambola.
Yeah, it was a different type of Ikeda than we're used to seeing, and very effective.
Rabote comes out low into the pad, and Ikeda and Bueno, big win against the undefeated Joseph and Julian coming into it. Not anymore. First loss of the season. That brought us to our top-ranked singles match, Manu and Inaki.
Fantastic shots by Manu. Again, Manu, fairly classically trained backcourt, one of the best backcourters arguably in the world, playing with us here at Magic City. So in the backcourt, tend to play more defense, more catching and throwing, a little bit more of a power game. Cestas are even larger. But in this case, we have Manu throwing shot after shot after shot and bringing an aggressive style of play. Inaki with his brilliant sense of humor that we're used to seeing. Naki really does have one of the best sense of humor on the roster. Beautiful catch. Is he going inside? Is he going 2 walls? In this case, he's going 2 walls. Inaki cuts out there, but it's not going to be enough. 2 wall scores.
And back to the inside, and again, just out of reach, putting the ball exactly where he wants. 2 wall attempt. Naki made things interesting there, brought it to 5-4, but that one into the pad. Pad is bad. Manu, second win in a row for the Cyclones team, and after that points to, well, really after this one here, what a showing by Nicholas and Julian.
That was, right there. I remember that point. There was a bit of miscommunication there between the front quarter and back quarter. This was a different Ikeda than we saw in the first match. A little bit more reserved, allowing his back quarter to play just a bit more. But in the second set, Ikeda really came out firing on all cylinders.
See here, look at this outside placement. I mean,
Just
good
beautiful.
highlight.
I mean,
the opening set.
that is just perfect. That is one of the best shots thrown today.
And the drop shot by Nicholas, first bounce, just does get the second. Nicholas,
I was not in your way.
yeah, it's like you ran into me.
You ran in, exactly.
That's actually, yeah.
I don't know if that was in French or Spanish, but
Yeah,
regardless.
no, you see that. Back it
Yeah.
out of the way, and then tough to ask for interference there. The Karam by Julian.
Beautiful
Look at
catch
Ikeda.
by
I mean,
Ikeda.
his defense on the outside. There were a couple of these. Avoids the screen, gets it off, keeps the rally going. I mean, tough catches. And the backhand by Julian got away from him. And brought it again close in the second set. That was a common theme.
Such a tough.
And then
That came off the back wall, which is
Just
difficult.
missed.
Then the side wall, even more difficult.
Heading that match in favor of the Warriors. The game day was tied up at this point, 2.5 points per team going into our final two matches. The Cyclones put a stamp on this game day with some great performances. Started off by Bueno and Manu in the first of two.
Inaki, as a backcourter, just trying to put a lot together. Did so in the first set, a little less in the second set, moving the ball around really well.
Bueno, ducking down.
Again, he's down.
Giving him room to throw. But look at that. The foot speed by Bueno makes up for it, and then the carambola.
It's just beautifully thrown right between the two players. That was just really well executed.
It shows you a great angle right there. Great camera work, and then the backhand.
And Joseph
inside.
comes to the backcourt.
Look at this.
To make the catch. Good for him.
There's a 2-all. Bueno lining it up. Bueno, great job on the 2-all defense today. And the miss on the inside, ending that match in favor of Bueno and Manu. Straight set victory brought us to the finale. Carballo and Jedden against Joseph and Correa. That's one all white shirts right here, Stu.
Very much so. Nice inside placement.
Got good
Joseph
control
just
by
not able to
Carballo.
get there. Correa trying to make some things happen, but power of Carballo just a little too much there. Consistently off of the serve. But Correa, again, moving from front court to back court and doing a pretty good job with it. Carballo playing deep throughout. Just absolutely dominating.
He's powering that 2-all in. See here again,
Split
there's
placement.
the carom. Splits them up. And you see the final highlights roll on here as the Cesta Cyclones open up a big game day win, 5.5 to just 2.5 for the Wall Warriors. As we join you back on camera, let's pull up those standings if we can, see where all 5 teams stack up. Everybody trailing the Robote Renegades still up at the top with 37.5 points. Cyclones, though, they jump into second for the moment, 35. Devils holding on to third place at 34. Then you got the Chargers and Warriors, 26.5 and 21.5, respectively. Player of the day for today, Stu.
Nicholas,
What
period.
are you thinking?
Nicholas, period. Front court, back court, Nicholas, period. All day long. Fantastic in the front court, catching the ball in the air, throwing shots, easily moves to the back. Just overall played fantastic. Again, as I'm thinking about it, we didn't even see him play back court today. We saw him play singles.
Yes,
we
well, we saw it, yeah, but
we
that
saw him play
catching-
singles and front court, but he was spot on throughout.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to agree with that. Nicholas is your player of the day. Even in that losing effort, the Warriors team still with a chance. They have a couple extra game days to play compared to the rest of our teams. When we return tomorrow, Stu, looks like it's going to be the Chargers and the Devils. So third and fourth place in our standings get Iturbide and Spinner against Douglas and Iriando. So second team for the Chargers against the third team for the Devils. And then Flores and Benny take on CRB and Urbieta. Then Zuleika and Douglas, top-ranked singles match right there. Flores and Spinner against CRB and Arta. Iturbide and Rock against Jairo and Iriando. Then we close it out with a third-ranked singles match, Benny and Urbieta. Should be a lot of fun. 2 players hitting their stride in this fall 23 season. We'll be back to bring you the call of all 6 matches tomorrow. For Stu Nyman, I'm Andrew Bleckman. Enjoy your Monday night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
5 p.m.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!